Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever. Thank you very much for joining me this episode, and today we are going to be doing a few bits and bobs. Autosave, I really should have waited for that autosave to happen, I knew it was coming. We're going to be doing a few bits and bobs, preparing for a little bit more work that we need to do. We're going to actually start down here. Now, I've noticed that the buses, nope, not you, Richard Powell, hello Mr. Richard. They have names?
Hey.
I don't remember them having names. Caleb Miller, Austin Gray, Mason Lewis, Jessica Stewart, Noah Rodriguez, twice, guy behind you, Charles Young. I don't remember them having names. Aaron Carter, brother of Nick Carter, had a very good song. Alexander Taylor. Are we just going to do this for the entire episode? Let's see if there's anyone we can see around here that might be.
Hey.
I recognize one name that was Aaron Carter. Is one name I recognize. Obviously a more popular name. Luke Perry. Kyle Perry. Nathan Young. Maria Thompson. Joshua Long. Jesus Perez. Thomas Russell, Joseph Edwards. Wow. Okay, no, I'm sure these people did not have names. Let me know in the comments box. Did these people have names? I don't know. I don't think they did. I really don't think so. That must have been something that came along in an update that I never ever checked out. Who's waiting there? Jackson Baker. Right, so what we're going to do anyway, not click on Richard Powell. Why do we keep... Wow, look at that. It's a bug. It's a bug. We've got a Volkswagen Beetle around. How awesome. How awesome. That could actually even be a thumbnail. Just seeing that. We've got a freight, a bus, and a Volkswagen bug. That's really nice. That is really, really nice. Anyway, let's actually get on with some actual transport fevering. We're going to be changing this around. Now, I think this does a decent job of getting everyone within a range, so that's not too bad. I think for now we can leave that as it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these vehicles with, and we started doing this already, we're going to replace it with these twin coaches. Again, we'll do it in that color, and we're going to have that as replace now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go around every city very quickly and see. I don't think this one actually has anything set up yet, so surprisingly it's grown quite a rapid amount to 1,500 with that sort of setup. Right, here we go. We do have some here. No, Evan Martinez. I'm pretty sure that there weren't names there. Alright, so these two are going to need changing, so we're going to replace these. Now, Chicago buses, are they blue? Dark blue or something? I can't exactly remember, so I'm actually going to make them these colors for now. Replace now, there we go. And we'll do the same for this. So all we've got to do is go around replacing these, because as you can see, these ones take 9 passengers, do 16 miles an hour, while these take 11 passengers and do 31 miles an hour, which is, it's just better. It's just a lot better. It's more modern, and I think it's going to do a lot. It's going to do good work for us. Even though it can carry 2 more passengers, it can do so at double the speed. So that's an effective increase of 120%. I think that's going to be an effective increase of about 120% or thereabouts. Next to makes no difference, 120%. So that's 2 done. I think this was the first one to have them fixed, wasn't it? Yeah, look at that. They do look pretty good. I do like them. Yeah, I think they are definitely going to help the setups around here. Cleveland has only trams, right? So given that it has only trams, maybe we can find a tram, which I can't. Here we go. I mean, these are getting a little bit old. Let's have a look at what these trams... What trams do we have to replace? At the moment, we're using this Peter Witt streetcar. We could switch over to the Pittsburgh cars, but I don't know. I think these streetcars should do the trick. They're designed to last a long time, so you know what? I'm going to leave them. I'm going to leave them just for now. We will eventually sort that out. Now, Pittsburgh, I believe, has road traffic. Yes, it does. We also have this wonderful wooden bridge. Alright, so where do you go? You cover a decent amount of Pittsburgh. It's not growing as fast as I perhaps hoped it would, but yeah, it's fine. Replace now. Maybe this will help somewhat. You have some as well, don't you? Yes, you do. That's a decent setup. No one goes around this side, which is interesting. Maybe I should, in theory, have someone come along this side, but I was trying to force growth around here, so that's why nobody goes around the other side. Because I was trying to force it to grow towards these hills or mountains. So let's grab you and do the same thing. So we'll replace them. There we go. So that's just increasing both the capacity and the speed, like I said, so overall efficiency will be increased. Toronto has some. Toronto has loads. I mean, just look at that. That is loads and loads. So that's a tall building. Why would you have a building like that right next to a station? Come on, that just looks horrible. These buildings, yeah, okay, but that looks horrible, that does. Honestly, look at this modern architecture, or more modern architecture, as opposed to these nice buildings. Modern architecture, or in some ways, like that, these look like prefab concrete buildings, just looks ugly. It's one of the worst things ever. So we've got Toronto East, and we should have Toronto West. Just got to find a bus on the Toronto West. There we go. So we've got Toronto East, Toronto West. Let's get them replaced as well. Oh, that's it. It's right there. So we'll sort that out. Replace now. And we'll do this, and we will replace that there and replace now. That way we can have a fair amount sorted out over here. Ottawa also has some. They had those weird, yeah, articulated, strange thingamabobs. Let's get those replaced as well. To that. So everyone's getting things replaced. You know what? We should have had these in red. That would have been quite nice. Red and white would have been quite nice. Let's do that for Ottawa. Like that colour. Just because I think it's... You need some difference. You need some differences. Sudbury is the dead town. And we did have buses around here, didn't we? Yes, we did. We have those ones. So let's get them replaced. And again, we're going to replace them with these. And we'll go for the red colours. We really should have done that in Toronto as well, but that's okay. When it comes to the next one, hopefully we'll do that in Toronto. All right, so that's all that changed. I don't think there's anything else that we need to change because there's no buses that run in here, and we've got iron running there. Where else? What else do we really need changing? The freight lines seem to be okay. I don't think we've got any problem with freight. I don't think, that is. Here's a freight. No, yep, they're tankers. So they're okay. What's down here? They're tankers. So that's fine. We don't have any freight running to any of these. This one has plenty of freight. You know what? I'm thinking what would happen if I joined up that road that way. I'm just thinking whether it might help or not. And these are all... Yeah, everything's sorted out here as well. You know what? I kind of want to upgrade this section of road. It's sort of annoying me. Just up to here, it's annoying me. So I'm actually going to do that. I bet you there's going to be quite a few annoyances as well of this style. Right, that, and let's have a look. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Upgrade. There. That works. That works nicely for me. I mean, realistically, I want all of this to be sort of like that, but that's okay because look, the pavement breaks there, and then you've got the split in the road, and then it continues. So that's sort of okay. I kind of wish the pavement continued down here, but what can you do? What can you do? Okay, so next up, after this autosave, which means that we have been another 10 minutes or so. Next up, I want to quickly take a check of all the lines to make sure everything is okay. Obviously, we've got this issue here, but that should work itself out. Let's check out these lines, make sure everything's running fine here. That's all good. That's all good. All the way along here, there's no issues. Thankfully, the freight line's all fine. No issues. No issues here. Oh, hang on a minute. What's this? I see a double. You know, it doesn't help that the Canadian circular is the same color. That doesn't help. Yeah, let's turn that to red. That's going to make it the same color. Let's turn it to dark red. There we go. Oh, why did I do that? There we go. Look, there's an issue right here. Okay, we wanted to come in there, but then we needed to leave and go out this way. So why is it not doing that? Probably because it can't get the line it wants. Which is, I mean, that's understandable. What I can do for now, to adjust for that is do this. There we go. Okay, that should help. That should definitely help. We were in for a disaster there. So that's that fixed. Right, everything along here seems to be pretty much okay. All this seems to be okay. All that seems to be okay. Right down to here, and everything here still seems to be completely a-okay. So it looks like we are ready to go, and we are ready to get everything swapped over. So let's do the swap right now. And let's hope everything works. Let's pick 2 trains that we know are going to immediately have to swap. Who are you? You're stuck in traffic. We did have some traffic issues. I'm going to see if these traffic issues rectify themselves. These guys are all fine. I did see, just before I made the video, 2 trains that definitely needed a swap. I've lost them though. Is it you two? There you go, it's you. This one needs to go into the middle, so let's hope it goes straight into the middle. It doesn't. Right, that's a problem. Alright, so that is probably the issue that's being caused by everything. Obviously, it's going to continue straight now all the way into Chicago. Which is causing... Now this one's moving. We're going to replace that train very soon. This one's following behind it. Now that one's going to stop there, as this one needs to go over here. Actually, no, because this one's going to pull into whichever... There you go, it's taken the junction to wherever it needs to go. So this one should be able to continue straight through and get to... No, why is it stopped? Is that in the wrong platform? No, it's not in the wrong platform. Who are you? Chicago Buffalo, you should be going into that platform. I don't understand. Who are you waiting for? And you're now waiting. Who are you waiting for? So no, that one's now moving. Alright, I just need to see what's going on here. Obviously there's some bugs still. Yeah, it's still going across. It's a little bit confused. A new vehicle is available. Bud RDC Baltimore and Ohio. Baltimore and Ohio, okay. And that one's just continuing straight through for some bizarre... Chicago to Buffalo, headed towards Columbus. Hang on a tick. You're headed towards Columbus, head towards Indianapolis, now head towards Chicago. There you go, that should sort you out. You're headed towards Indianapolis, so you're fine. Now, does that mean that you, for example, are going the wrong way? You're headed towards Columbus as well. Well, that's not right, so... Washington Union Station. Now, why are you headed towards Washington Union? Columbus. Washington Union. St. Louis, there we go. Okay, there we go. So that's I've just slipped these to allow it to get to where it needs to go. That's fine by me. There it goes. Okay, so now it's on its path back to St. Louis. Fantastic. Now we've got 2 more trains coming in here. You headed for Columbus, so I'll swing you back around to make sure you head towards Indianapolis. And you, who are you? You're headed towards Columbus as well. Why is everyone headed towards Columbus? What happened? What's happened in Columbus that everyone wants to go to Columbus? Right, there we go. So now you're going to cross over. You're going to wait for that one to cross over. As soon as that one crosses over, that will be fine. You're now going to wait in traffic for that one to get across. Who's going to wait in traffic for that one to get through. And that's absolutely fine. Go. There you go. Okay, that's a little bit better. We're going to have to sort that out a little bit, but... Right, so now... What I need to do is I need to bring this signal. I need to bring this signal much further forward. Like there. That will at least allow 2 trains in there if we ever need 2 trains to fit in that slot. That's fine. Right. Waiting for free path. For what? Who are you waiting for? No, you're going. You're going. I am just a little bit confused. I think when I switched over the lines, I think everyone's ended up a little bit more squished together. But you're okay. Now you're headed towards Columbus. And there's no traffic in front of you apart from this one over here, who's now full. Look at the traffic on the roads, though. That's insane. Obviously, we need to get things going. Whoa, we've got a Viola and an Axle. And an Axle and an Axle and a Viola and an EMD GP9 for the Sioux line, which we'll probably end up using. A hopper, an open hopper, and the all-American golden sand. Alright, so everything seems to be okay-ish there. Columbus is ridiculously busy for some reason. Sorry, Cincinnati is ridiculously busy for some reason. Alright, everything seems to be running fine here. We've got a train in here. I hope that one's picking up goods. Yes, it is. Not too many goods, but goods nonetheless. See, I like that style at the station edge. That's nice. What there is in Toronto is horrible. Absolutely horrible. And I certainly hope in Season 3 that doesn't happen. In fact, I'm going to do everything I can to actively stop that's happening. Right. 366. We need to somehow bump this even higher. Well, that being said, there's no point bumping it higher if we haven't got a train ready to pick up anything. That's empty. Where's the train? Has the train ended up stuck in traffic or something? Here's a train. Where is the train? There's another train. Alright, I need to find out where your other train is. Where's... Oh, it's actually there. Never mind. Never mind, it's actually picking up the goods as we speak. Oh yeah, I completely missed that. Although that being said, it's full. Now see, that might be a bit of a problem. So now we've got... So I am thinking whether it's worth upgrading these trains even further. So what do we have right now? What vehicles do we have available to us? Do we have a big boy? We do have a big boy. I'm just thinking whether it's going to be worth getting a big boy to pull this along. I mean, I can't see how... Is that going to really improve things? 81... I mean, it'll be able to haul it faster, but how much faster? 21 miles an hour? Is that going to be worth it? The acceleration is going to be some 30% better. 35% better. I suppose I could do that. I tell you what, we'll probably introduce the big boy in the next episode then. So we'll probably replace those with the big boy. That will probably be our only big boy line. Now we need to get Thunder Bay going, don't we? So let's head back up here and let's see what we can do. So let's actually first do the upgrades that we need to do on this. Oops, not that. Oh, and you're going to see why I did all this off camera, for the rest of the network, is because you can see how long this takes. That's a different song. I don't remember this song. Maybe I don't pay attention to the songs that are in here. Right. That sounds different. Okay, we were going to use the track planning tool, but I still haven't learnt how to use it all too well. But I suppose for 10 minutes we can do a little bit of track planning tool work. So we've got... Oh, I do remember the song. Okay, fine. I didn't remember the start of it. So we've got the freight line out here. We've got the passenger line out here. We're going to run along through here. I kind of want to bring this back. So let's get the terrain going. Again, massive apologies for not using this precision planner correctly. Planning mode. Now, I can't... I can't remember the exact way to... I didn't have a chance to have a look at this, you see. High speed, that, no. Yeah, let's just do it like this. So let's have a look at what we have available to us. I'm going to start with just the one line. So we would be heading out straight there. That's going to give us a terrain alignment collision. But if I can run right along the edge of this, I think that will work pretty well. And I know it's 4-track right here, but I'm thinking I'll join the freight lines up and then it'll just be 4-track only. So let's actually go ahead and give ourselves a curve on this. Oh, no, I've got to leave that up. Right, so the gradient is fine. I can keep that. I want to keep that flat. It's the curvature I want. Let's see. Left. Where are we going? Ah, there we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, great. Let's go for 22.5 degree and a wide radius curve. Ah, the problem is that if I do that, we're going to end up with a terrain alignment condition on... Ah, never mind. Let's tighten that radius up. There we go. If we tighten it up, not to 0, to 1. Actually, tell you what, change the arc, slightly wider radius. That should allow all 4. Let's apply that. Right, now, ideally, I suppose I would want it along here. I don't think I can. That's going to be 122 miles an hour anyway. I suppose I could. I tell you what, let me try and freehand this for now. At least this section here. I'll come back to that track planning tool, which, by the way, is a fantastic tool. I'm just very incompetent with it. I suppose we could do a 50 mile an hour corner. That's a little bit ridiculous, but 60, 70? Now that's essentially what the track planning tool was saying. It's kind of not... Okay, you know what? I'll take it. It's not ideal. It really isn't an ideal corner. There. So if we take that, and then... Now we may end up with a bit of a bridge. I'm kind of trying to avoid that. Ah, hang on. That should avoid it. Surely. Yes. Yes, that was very close to the... Look, there's a bit of a beach here. That was very close. Alright, in fact you can see how close that is given the way the terrain is acting along here. But now we should be able to, at some sort of reasonable speed, 60 miles an hour. Ooh, could we get a bit of a climb going then maybe? I don't mind 70 if we have a little bit of a climb. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, yeah, I can do that. That one's 69 miles an hour. We're going to get 68, and there's 68. So we've got 70, 69, 69, and 68 miles per hour. Now, we can essentially bring that back down. So it's just going to be a little bit of a, as you can see, there's a bit of a bump there, and then it comes back down, that's absolutely fine. A train can handle that. I don't see any issues there. We're not creating the Great Western Railway. That's a whole different series that's coming up soon. And if you want to know more about that and influence the planning of that, please do support me on Patreon. A link to that will be in the description box below. Your support would be massively appreciated. Plus, you will have access to the Discord for all sorts of stuff. So you get to see a whole bunch of stuff, including, for example, new thumbnails that I'm working on, which I've been rolling out and getting Patreon or patrons to have a look at and give me suggestions on, and I've been trying to take those suggestions on board or just adjust them slightly to better match the style. So, you know, if you want to... Oh, we could just do that. Is that even worth it? I mean, that's kind of like the cheat. That's a huge cheat. Although I think that would look really, really nice. It really would look nice if we did that. But I mean, it is one of the biggest cheats that we could ever do. So I'm actually going to avoid doing that as much as I kind of want to. Oh, it looks like it's going to bridge anyway. Or it wants to bridge. But I'm going to try my best to avoid the bridging. There you go, it's avoiding the bridges. And this is a slower section in general. Do I need that to go downhill? I suppose I could have it go downhill, curve around here. Oh no, we could fit it through that section. Look at that. Right through there, and then along there, and then we should be getting into a clear section. Okay, let's try to end this episode on a good note. So we're actually going to, no, not do that. We're going to leave that as that. Ooh, I'm not happy about that. Yeah, I'm not happy about how that's ended up. No, that's dangerous. That's like the Dawlish Coast. The Dawlish Coast is a bit of track that in Britain that always ends up with a bit of problems. That's probably better. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we'll run it like that. And now, here's the issue. I know, we've gone downhill here, right? You see, the problem, what we've gone and done here, is we've gone downhill. Now, could we tunnel, though? Yeah, but we could tunnel. And if we were to tunnel, would we manage to... Yeah, now we could do that. I don't necessarily mind that. I don't mind that. I'm going to take it. and we're going to have a... Ooh, fancy tunnels. Yeah, I like this one. Let's do it. Alright, so let's take all 4 straight through like that. Autosave. Now, auto-saving. Right, next up. But yes, like I was saying, if you want to help influence Series 3, and how I do it, and how I do the map, how I design the map, then do consider supporting me on Patreon. Your support would be massively appreciated. Ah, that's a problem. That's what I was hoping to avoid. Something tells me I'm not going to be able to avoid that. Unless I was to try and climb up the hill, which I'm still not going to be able to avoid that. But I can. If you look here, we've got a cut down here. What if I were to pull this back? Right there. And then as we come out the tunnel... Smaller cut. There you go, much smaller cut. It's a bit of an uphill section, but, you know, sometimes a train's got to do what a train's got to do. Reminds me of our Rugrats reference. Hey, that's interesting. The tunnel's changed. Well, fine. I suppose I don't want that tunnel anyway. No. What is it? No one needed that tunnel. There we go. Alright, and that should allow me to... Now, if I manage to hug this side here, then I'm sort of opening myself up to go anywhere. Yeah, that's where I'm opening myself up to go anywhere. So I want to try and hug that hill, and then... Oh, do I want to hug that hill, or do I want to start cutting through this way? Maybe I want to go along here, and then cut through there. I tell you what, we'll do that in the next video. We will definitely do that in the next video. Let me know in the comments box. I think I've set this up so this will come out on a Tuesday. So let me know, and then I'll record the next set on a Friday for the Saturday video. So let me know in the comments box where you want to see this go. Should I try and bring it around this side and through this section of forest, or should I swing it off this way and take it through that section of forest? And in the next video, like I said, hopefully we will have Thunder Bay pretty much connected up to this side over here, and then we can bring the freight along, and then Thunder Bay is going to be on the rail network, which means that every single town will be connected in some way on a ground network, which is absolutely great. As you can see, Rockford is connected on the ground network as well with roads. Thunder Bay is only currently connected with an airport, so we will have it connected on the ground network and not the waterways. In fact, on the waterways it's just freight as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever, leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Do stay tuned for Season 3, it will be coming after the performance update, which should be coming pretty soon as well. So we'll be playing Season 2 until the performance update, and then maybe for, depending on when that comes out, maybe a couple of weeks after that, we will have Season 3 ready to go. And if you would like to influence Season 3 and see what I'm doing and how I'm designing things, please do support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. Your support would be massively appreciated, and it will give you access to my Discord server regardless of how much you decide to pledge to me, whether it's $1 or $10 or $100, or if you're crazy, $1,000 or $1 million if you're a multi-millionaire. Regardless, you will get access to the Discord channel. And on that Discord channel is where you will see a whole bunch of information, and you can join the small but growing community of really nice people. I have to say, all my Patreon supporters, thank you very much. And also, you're genuinely very nice people. Very polite, very helpful, and also just I think you guys enjoy each other's company as well. So that's really good. Ooh, that's pretty. Tell you what, I'll leave you guys with a few seconds of this.